Gdansk in Poland is the venue on Thursday morning for the Europa League final between one club that expect to win European trophies and another that have never been to a major final in the continent. Manchester United against Villarreal. I'm Richard Bayliss, and joining me to preview this one, Luke Wiltshire and John Aloisi, two of our great Socceroos here to preview what should be a fascinating encounter. Manchester United undoubtedly go into this one as favourites. We know they'll play Champions League regardless, but Luke, the pressure when you wear that Red Devils jersey to win, particularly against a club like Villarreal, who maybe don't have that same expectation, will be huge.
It's definitely on Manchester United for me. I think they want to win a trophy. It's a good opportunity for them to do that against Villarreal. And Villarreal going into, like you say, being the underdogs, but they're off the back of a good season and not a bad performance against Real Madrid, although they lost. They'll be going in there with confidence and with belief, I've got no doubt.
What a huge moment, by the way, Johnny, for someone in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who's not only won European finals with Manchester United, he made such an impact in that 99 final, of course, in Barcelona against Bayern Munich. This is his chance to put, I guess, all the doubters to one side. He's probably done that over the course of the season anyway, given the second in the league, they're so good away from home. This would really cement his place, though, as an absolute great and a legend of the club.
They've had a great season, but they need to win a trophy. And Ollie, already a legend as a player, and he can become a legend as a coach, especially if he starts to win in Europe. And this is an opportunity for them because they are favourites against Villarreal, and they should, if they play to their best, get the win. And Ollie will be taking a European trophy back to Old Trafford.
One of the storylines in this final, the fact that Unai Emery, who's in charge of Villarreal, he knows a thing about winning this because he was Sevilla when they won back-to-back, and his striker in Carlos Bacca scored a brace in one of those finals. They saw off Arsenal, his old club, pretty confidently. I guess in the end it was all too easy for them. It probably says more about the Gunners, but the Emery factor does absolutely give Villarreal a real sniff because he knows all about how to win this.
He does, and he's done it that many times. I think if he goes and wins it now against Manchester United, they need to rename the trophy after him because his record in the Europa Cup is phenomenal.
And John, that is the big hope, I suppose, from a Villarreal perspective. 7th in La Liga, they lost on the final day to Real Madrid, which is not necessarily, too much of an indictment, but this is their path into the Champions League after a kind of a disappointing season, and that Emery factor could be massive.
Yeah, with the squad they've got, they should have done better in La Liga, and finishing 7th isn't that great. But he's been forgiven because he's gone to another Europa League final, and he is the king of Europa League, and he'll have that about him. His players will know that he's won it before. That will give them confidence. They've got some good players. Gerard Moreno, their striker, he's been on fire all season, scoring goals for fun. Bacca, who's starting to hit form now as well, and they also got Dani Parejo, the Valencian player that did really well at Valencia. So that they've got experience in that side, and they will believe that they can cause an upset.
When you look in the history books, these two sides have met on 4 previous occasions. All 4 finished 0-0. It can't finish like that in this one because it's a final. We need to get a winner. I wonder, gents, what you're predicting. Johnny, you first. How do you see this one unfolding?
I think Man United will be too strong. They haven't gone into this in great form in terms of their league form, but with their personnel, with the players they've got, they'll be far too strong for a good Villarreal side, but not an outstanding side.
One potentially good omen, Luke, for Villarreal. The only 2 finals Manchester United have lost in Europe were to Spanish opposition, and the last 9 occasions where we've seen a final between an English and a Spanish side, the Spanish have won, which is out of control. Does that do enough to tip you towards the Spaniards?
I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure that Emery's going to be highlighting that towards the Villarreal players, and Solskjaer's going to try and be putting that one under the pile there, not to let anyone know from Manchester United. But look, I think the history is a history and it shows, but for me still Manchester United should be too strong, but it's a final, so you never know.
That's it. They will go in as favourites regardless to this one. They've had a good season on the whole. They've been particularly good away from home. Do they get the job done in Poland? You can see the final of the Europa League live on Optus Sport pre-game underway from 4